Hi there. Hi, Wendy. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Good to see you, Edward. Happy fall. It's a beautiful day, beautiful season. I love it. There's a lot of wisdom from Taoist perspective about how to go about the fall and how all the energy is kind of coming inwardly and what how do we manifest with ease. Welcome to Chi Talk. My name is Ellie. I'm a medical Qigong practitioner and energy healing coach. And I've helped a lot of people heal from chronic health conditions. And I always say when I start this podcast or the Chi Talk, wherever you're listening to, that healing is very easy. And is it really? There's a lot of people that deal with life-threatening conditions for many years and they don't find solution. And so how come it's easy? What am I talking about? And uh, so today this is going to be kind of like the talk about we're going to talk about frequencies, energy frequencies, and how it's related to your own healing and lifestyles and things like that. So hopefully I can inspire you today because this is what this Chi Talk is about inspiring individual to take charge of their own life, on their own healing, and awaken the healer within. So let's start with a little bit of knocking on the heart center with the both fists, and close your eyes if you will, and inhale from the nose and exhale from the mouth. This is noon here in the Pacific time in the California. And noon is the time of the heart. Yeah, noon is when the heart meridian is active and we awaken. Yeah, knocking on the door of the heart. It's like knocking on a neighbor. Yeah, you want love, you want joy. You knock on the door of the neighbor. The neighbor is the heart, not responsible for that energy. Inhale into it. And when we feel this area, when we feel the heart energy, yeah, so first of all, we just awaken it. Just put our mind there behind where we knock, and we knock and we inhale into this area, we exhale, purge, and visualize like a energy that is blocked, maybe releasing out, inhaling love, joy, nice, and ease. And let's put both hands on the heart, and feel as if the heart is a person inside of you and you're just asking for its health and greeting it. It's like somebody's, your coworker in the morning. You say hi. You want to create a good environment. Yeah, when all your coworkers are happy, your company is successful, isn't it? So you look into the heart and you greet it, and you feel, what do you feel in the heart? So it's really nice in the winter, kind of when the winter come close, to connect with more of our emotional energy, and you might find that you see all kinds of emotions. Yeah, might feel pain, might feel sadness, or whatever it is. You're putting your mind there and just feeling and listening to the heart, attuning. See if you can feel the heartbeat, see if you can hear it. And as you maybe hear it, you create kind of an intimacy connection and a positive, loving connection with your heart. And you say, thank you so much for making me, healthy, pumping the blood, nourishing all my organs. Thank you for experiencing joy and love and all these emotions in this lifetime. It's so special. Thank you for being here and processing all that stuff. Take another deep breath into that. I'm grateful and thank you for all the my needs are being met, all my friends, all my loved ones, the ability to choose what I want to do. And feel that the breath get deepen and softer and calmer as you kind of like marinate in this gratefulness for different things, for waking up this morning, for this moment that I'm feeling joy, that I'm feeling soft, I'm feeling internal and relaxed. Or if you feel emotional turbulence when you do that, when you put your hands and breathe into your heart, that's good too. That's good too. The things are coming out. Things that haven't been processed coming to the forefront so you can release them. If you feel these emotions are negative, make sure you exhale from the mouth. And if you just feel joy and happiness, just keep inhaling and exhaling from the nose. Nice. And let's relax the hands to the side, palms down, and opening the eyes. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, and that's available to us every day and every moment. And this is a frequency that we worked with right now. And so what's healing has to do with frequency, and why a lot of us have hard time healing. And so really it has to do with our mental processes and our emotions. So you look at children, it's very interesting. How can I explain it? I'm just trying to explain it in a very kind of visceral way. So children are always, they say that children move a lot. They move more than Olympic athletes. They move all the time and they're smiling a lot. They have a lot of energy and they're always curious. And, just as a comparison, children smile 300 times a day and happy adults only 27 times a day. And are, which is amazing. So, and children heal very fast. Children learn very fast because of curiosity. And as we grow older, we create more of a, yeah, we have more of a pattern structure of how we think, how we feel. And these patterns, these kind of like, we go through life and we have these more of a identity, and this identity is good, but it also creates a fence around you that you cannot. Now this fence, some, like if you get sick with some chronic condition like cancer or anything else like that, your patterns, the patterns of the way you think, the patterns of your emotion creates the reality as it is today. And in order to heal, you need to change your frequency. And it's easy, but it's also not easy. It's easy because all you need is a decision, but it's not easy because it's the mind doesn't want you to go there. You are in your comfort zone, and there's processes, the way you think, the way you feel. Like if it's raining, you feel a certain way. If somebody shouts in the street, you feel a certain way. Yeah, there's all these triggers and that we are expose ourselves to, and that we are exposed to, and we react to it in a certain way, either in positive or negative. Now the healing energy has to do with upping your vibration into this like love and joy. Yeah, we say that the universal energy, the healing energy is all about giving, all about giving, and it's all about love, and it's always there available to us. All we need to do is to know how to receive it. know how to receive the giving. And if we want to kind of participate in the process of healing, we need to be like that. So similar attracts similar. So if you are in a state of love and giving, you're gonna heal. If you're happy, if you're smiling a lot, if you're doing things that you like, if you now, how can you smile a lot and how can you feel joy if the news and the news are so and the coronavirus and whatever triggers you. So these are the places, the these emotional triggers, so to speak, and this mental whatever is wherever you have contraction, emotional and mental contraction, limited thoughts, these are the points that you want to change in your life. These are the like how you think about things. How do you process? Now, it's not about to ignore how you feel, not at all. It's actually we actually want to feel more, or to be more mindful of how we feel and how we think. But we want to this practice of mindfulness is also to look at your life and to see how can you shift, how can you change, and notice where are the places of contraction, where are the places of, so the places of contraction are really kind of like the universe tells you, here, this is what you need to work with when you're feeling that negativity, worry or anger or like and judging, or this is the areas where the universe tells you, here, see, this is where you need to work on. This is, it feels like that because this is where you blocking, there's a block that you can open and enter and enter the light in. So so it's really about mindfulness. It's about mindfulness of like, where are the places that I can be more like a child, that I can be more happy and more, I can smile more, I can be in a place of love and giving to others and giving to myself. What is blocking me? And a lot of time, we go our, in the I Ching, in the Book of Changes, a very ancient book in Chinese medicine, that the Book of Changing, it's called the I Ching. It says that humans can move mountains and divert rivers. They can move a whole mountain. But something that they cannot do, or it's extremely hard to do, is for a person to change its own character. Yeah, people can do a lot. A person can do a lot. Yeah, they say they move mountains and divert rivers, but it's really hard to change the person's own character. How your how to change the way you think, the way, work with yourself of changing the way you're reacting to life. I remember that when I was working with one of my teachers that was really strong about that, and it's a medical qigong, and we had a lot of healing people healed from cancer and from, it was an amazing group of students and amazing opening. And that was one of the things, like, look at your, and I remember that I was walking and it was very windy and cold. I was walking to Berkeley, the Zalabak, like to a concert, and it was very cold, and I was just hating it. And I hate the cold, and I contracted, and I was like, oh, let's run to the, and I'm like, wow, I'm in a place of really, and then I started to soften my body and to open to this energy, to the cold, and I just decided to just respond differently to, and that's just like weather, like how can I change my response? And the fact is that I felt better. I didn't feel, I didn't hate the cold. I didn't contract my body. I didn't come in. I started to open my energy field and be strong in my, and accept the universal energy and see it like actually nourishing me. So it's just an example of a very one thing. I mean, but if you look at your life, your like significant other, or your children, or whoever you come across, your job, uh, we want to upgrade our vibration. So what all this has to do with frequencies. We have frequencies, yeah. When we think a certain thought, there's a frequency to it. It's kind of like electricity. And so in healing, when we do medical qigong healing, or qigong, any qigong movement that designed to release stress and heal your body, and even if I work with one-on-one with people, we give them I give them a specific, and we want to kind of, it's like a radio station, and you want to tune the frequency, and this frequency is very special frequency. Yeah, it's like electricity, like you can it's like a voltage into a light bulb. So you could either light the bulb, or it could either be not enough to light the bulb, or it could burn the bulb. But you want the exact frequency to light the bulb. And so that in that practice, in that qigong practice, in that medical qigong practice, you need to be familiar with this frequency. And this frequency has to do with being open, being in a state of love, of joy, of curiosity, of of giving and receiving, and just the energy flow freely in this state. It's kind of like a state where people hooked EEG into a monk's brain, and they see that in this state all the brain waves are active. So not only the beta, which is the rational mind, it's also the theta, the alpha, the gamma. They have a very even state of mind. So it's being in a state flow. The best way to kind of explain what is the state flow is, it's like sitting and listening to a concert and feeling one with the music. All of a sudden you have this 2 seconds that you're feeling that you are all of that. You are the music, you are the concert, you are, or I like snowboarding. So when you sometimes you're feeling one with the mountain, you're feeling just like, wow, there's an effortless flow. And when you enter that state, and this state is state of trust, of faith. Yeah, if I would be afraid snowboarding down, if I'm always afraid, I'm not going to get into that state. So trust and faith is very important. Yeah, we have that certainty that the light is always there. You just have to let it in. And in a state of love and joy and pleasure and playfulness. And this is and peace. So at the same time, you have all these frequencies. Yes. So if you now science, Western science, we can do it. We can hook. We can see the frequency of anger. We can see the frequency of peace. Yeah, it's being measured on a scale of electricity. So now we can. So that's the place. And how often, like how does your life during your like your lifestyle or your day, how often are you in a, not even, you don't have to be in that intense flow state, but where are the places that you need to change? Where are the to be more in a state of happiness, of joy, of love, of trust, of faith, of no fear, of love. Yeah. So that's something that when we work on healing, we want to really reflect into our lifestyle, and how throughout the day, how we get that. And then the medical qigong, the qigong portion of it would be that state of kind of like the flow state that I was talking about. But really, because I've been to I've I know some qigong masters and very strong healer that healed other people, but then after they healed them, a few months later the disease came back. So the framework of their mind and body created that blockage again. That does make sense. So if somebody else heal you, yeah, and there's a lot of qigong healers with a lot of qi in there. They're working on it. They're cultivating it for years, and it's very strong electricity. You can feel it, and they emit it, and they can break tumors. They can do all kinds of things. But most often, the disease come back if you don't do internal changes. This is why I like this is why I created this podcast, Awaken the Healer Within. Because if you do your own changes, if you heal yourself and not depending on other people to heal you, it's sustainable. It's sustainable if you change your mind, if you go into this mind shift. Yeah, we all want. So healing is about change. I don't want to be here. I want to be healed. Like I have this problem, but I want to be there. So your energy currently is not in line with that. Otherwise, you would be there. So your energy needs to shift to that place. And to shift to that place, you need to do some changes in your lifestyle and look and see how can you up your vibration? How can you shift? And it's a choice. And a lot of people, I work with a lot of people that I give them some medical qigong practices, and it's very hard for them to do that. It's very hard to take a new habit, let alone to think differently when things arrive. So it's a practice of mindfulness. Anyway, that's I wanted to share that. I think it's very important point in healing practices, the practice of self-reflection, how to take a new habit, how to shift your energy. It is easy. It's just around the corner, but sometimes it's about adhering to what to this kind of like this frequency. But at the short, and if I have to say it in a short sentence, it's just like upping your vibration into love, joy, playfulness, trust, and faith. Trust the universe that the light is always there. It just wants to get in. It just wants to get in. It's always there. It just wants to heal you at all times. And what would you do to let it in, to let the light in? And that's matter of trust. That's matter of, hey, there's it's just around the corner. It's very easy. It's just how do I change my mind? And the negativity of our life is a great alarm to show us where can we change our reaction, our direction, and to open things up. If things are not good with your partner or with work, to really work through it and to release it and to change direction. Anyway, that's my that's my Chi Talk today, and I just wanted to open. I'm very grateful. We have few people here. That's Vivian, Alexandra, Sylvia, Edward, Wendy. Thank you so much for. I really appreciate you being here, and listening. And this is going to be transcribed into the Awaken the Healer Within podcast. And I just want to open it to any questions or any sharing around that, or any. You can disagree with me too. So whatever you like to say, I'd love to hear you. Vivian, thank you. Yeah, thank you too, Vivian. Vivian, if you have something to say, you're welcome to say. Any questions? Or yes, Edward, go ahead.
So today, and awakening the healer within is just confirmation of what I've learned in my life. And it was so powerful what you said. I just wish everyone in the world can hear what you're saying. And your worst enemy is yourself. If you don't just surrender, that wait a second, this works. I don't have time for the pain of this or that. I don't have time to be sick. And you know me. I mean, I wake up every day jumping out of bed, really jumping out of bed, and doing my qigong and drinking my 2 glasses of water. And it's a religion, but in the religion, I feel great.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk around all day. Thank you, God. What a miracle this was. Oh, this worked out great. And oh, what a lesson learned. Oh, yeah. And in the context of that, there's no time for negativity. There's no time. And it takes 3 weeks to make or break a habit. And, being with you for 3 years of, from the JCC and learning all of this and putting it all together, compiling it. And now this is like the frosting on the cake. You have the power.
Nice.
You can do this. I've been with my masters, as you said, and they could heal others, and they can do, all these things. And in the context of that, and you work with a good friend of mine with pancreatic cancer, and he's he, he's doing great because we have these talks every day from you, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that really, I said, it works, and that I've known this for such a long time, and he knows me for 30 years. And in the context, you've worked a miracle with him, and he will call you for more, one-on-one.
Yeah.
Because I said, you just need a refresher course. You just need to hear what you just said now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have a choice. You have a God-given ability to choose. And I choose, I have no time for the pain. I'm going to feel great. I'm going to give it away to others just the way you do,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a great gift you give to all of us. So thank you.
Thank you, Edward. Yes, it does. It takes mindfulness. It takes mindfulness to see, hey, what I'm doing right now. What am I creating right now? And just last week I talked with a friend that is really concerned about the coronavirus and the election and all that stuff. And yeah, it's where do we put our mind into? That's the energy you're gonna get. So the energy goes where your mind goes, and you want to cultivate a certain thoughts in your mind, and you want to focus on things that it's like, what do you like to attention is kind of like a hose watering the garden. You can water the flowers or you can water the weeds, and to be conscious of it every moment is the work that we have. So there's a kind of like the Shen Gong, the mind work. The mind work is very important to part of healing, and it's you take it every day. You just especially if you need to heal yourself, you really wanna cultivate positivity. We know that most of our thoughts, 85% of our thought are negative. Yeah, this is something that and how can we shift that? Why children are smiling 300 times and we smile only 27? So this is and look at things with curiosity. This is what children do. Be engaged with the world. Open your eyes, like think outside of the box, change your thoughts, change the way you react to things, all with so this is thank you so much, Edward, for chiming in. If anybody else wants to add to it, welcome, or we can do like a closing ceremony. Yes, anybody else? Wendy, you have something to say?
I
Okay.
could say a little something.
Mm-hmm.
I had a change of frequency recently. I was a part of a breakup with my partner about a year ago, and I didn't feel like I was really capable of being in this uncharted territory of a friendship. And so if it wasn't the relationship, and so I decided, okay, no contact, no communication. And recently, just with all the changes in the world and not really knowing who's going to be around tomorrow, and this is someone I really love and enjoy, and so I made the decision to soften my fortress of no contact, no communication, and it feels really good. And I felt my whole body kind of softening. Not that I know what the future will bring with this person, but just that I don't have such rigid parameters around myself feels really good.
Mhm.
And that feels like a frequency change. So
Uh-huh. Beautiful example. Thank you so much. And people hear it. And I just want to tell you that this podcast is being listened to a lot and downloaded. So it's thank you for kind of helping and giving examples. Yes, Edward.
So with Wendy, what she just said, I have these words, and it's go where you don't want to go, and you'll get what you want. And if you do what you've always done, close down on someone, but instead, and from your 6 week course, it was great walking, being curious, but go 180 degrees in the other direction, Wendy and everyone else, and go to uncharted territory. And you know what? It's really great. You
Ah,
know,
beautiful,
it,
beautiful.
it's in the not knowing what's at the other side. Well, I'll stay in the relationship. I'll do this instead of being like that. And you get into that uncharted territory. You get curious, and you get to find out how powerful you are. That your word creates it. Your action creates the outcome. And I've done that so many times, and it's been amazing what's at the other end of things I didn't know.
Beautiful. Edward, I just thank you. That's amazing because we all want miracles. We all want mystery. But we live in a world of predictability because we always go how we go. And only when we change direction,
Right.
the uncomfortable, we can discover the mysterious.
Right. And I think I
And
just saw Wendy
mysterious,
smile.
the, and the mysterious and the adventure and the new experience come from curiosity, from fearlessness, and from curiosity, and from doing from like stretching that comfort zone, and because otherwise you just life is going to be just like this.
Right. And the other thing is all day long, I can't tell you how many times I say miracle. Oh, I drove, I got home safely, miracle. Oh, I just saw my grandchildren, miracle. And I just get, and what shows up all day long is miracles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And real bigger miracles just keep on happening by saying it. And I go, and I walk 5, 6 miles a day, and they go, oh, I love my day. And we did it in your 6 week course, and be curious and do,
Mm-hmm.
and just staying there, you keep building that habit and pattern. And what shows up is miracles.
Beautiful.
I love my
Love it.
day. Yeah.
Thank you guys. That was really rich conversation. I really appreciate your input. It takes a whole village to really like. So I'm really grateful for you chiming in. All right, so let's close it. Let's put the hands on the heart, you guys, and just so nice to come together and just for a little bit and talk about healing, talk about good energy, and let's close it with the heart again. So we'll just put the hands on the heart, and we let's not touch actually the skin. We'll put the hands a little bit away from the heart and just hold the energy here. So it's just going to be 6 inches from the heart, and by creating a space between the hands of the heart, we are encompassing both the yin and the yang. We are tapping into actually more energy. So feel the energy that the hearts emit into your hands. You can kind of push and pull, and the breath would swirl the energy there. Yeah, just you are feeling more when you actually, there's a little space. Yeah, the chi. So we acknowledge the invisible, the visible and the invisible, and the tension in between them. Now we tap into this electricity, that mysterious chi, that mysterious. When we acknowledge the void, when we acknowledge things that we don't usually go there, we start to create relationship with a new experience. Yeah, new experiences when we when we're curious about something that we are not acknowledged, it's like you go to a party, you don't acknowledge some people, you don't, it was just start acknowledging some people, and then a new experience appear. Just acknowledge the energy between the hands and your body, the heart center. Where you start acknowledging that, it start to appear. Things appear, energy appears where the mind goes. And so in life, the mysterious appear when we are going into the mysterious, deciding to leave the comfort zone and to really research. And nice. And let's put the hands on the heart itself, touch the skin, feel the connection, the love, smile into the heart. Nice. And open the hands, open the eyes. Thank you so much. That was really fun and powerful. Tomorrow we have the Qigong for night. Good night, Qigong. If you'd like to join, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. And have a wonderful Thanksgiving week and Thursday, right? Yeah. All right. Bye, guys. See you.
Thank you.
Bye.